booties for black girl nerds.
I would like to start with you, Cassie. The world agenda is different depending on whoever is the pursuer. Everyone has a different point of view. For this group of, since the three of you are grouped together, what do you think is the ideal goal from this perspective?
Oh, I always get very uptight when people ask me answers that might lead me to have to give away Phillippa's plans, because she keeps everything very tight-lipped. So all I'll say about that is there is a bigger picture, a larger plan that some might know which direction we're going in if you've been involved in the books or the games or stuff like that. But apart from that, I would just, only time anyone asks, I'll just say, mind your business and wait and see. I would just say that whenever you think you know, oh, this is what Phillippa wants, just assume that you've got it wrong.
That's a great perspective, because I've watched all the episodes, and that's delightfully aloof. So I do like that. Graham, for your perspective, in the midst of all this, there's corruption, there's greed, there's goals, there's all these things on all sides from all people. Within this group, who's meant to be sort of antagonistic, depending on which characters you're favorable to, is there a sense of integrity? Can there be integrity in a group that's corruptish, I guess you could say, amongst each other?
Yeah, interesting. Yes, I think Dijkstra would definitely say that he had integrity. I think, for whatever he does in the sort of micro world of, possibly leading people in a different direction, or, seemingly betraying somebody, or whatever it is, he has a bigger objective. And that therein lies his integrity. That is what he's loyal to. That's his passion. And people who get in his way, well, they have to be...
Should have got in the way.
They have to be, maneuvered around or whatever. I think you certainly see in the season his feelings towards Phillippa and the integrity that he has there. And I think that reveals something very interesting about him, that he is not a purely mercenary individual. That he is capable of not just loyalty, but love, sacrifice, self-sacrifice, all sorts of really quite profound human emotions. Like all good, villains, for want of a better word, they're complex people. They're very complex. There's nothing more boring to me than some sort of two-dimensional villain character who just wakes up every morning curling his moustache and thinking how he's going to dominate the world. It's much more interesting than that, and I think Dijkstra is more interesting than that. So hopefully,
absolutely. How much fun would that be? Like you said, if you just get up and just killing people for the sake of killing, there has to be some meaning behind it.
Yeah, and that's not true to life either. No. Real people who commit evil are not. It's not simplistic, and that's what's difficult about it. That's what's difficult with reconciling ourselves to evil acts, is that I remember this. I'm not going to take too much time on this, but I did a performance at a hospital for the criminally insane of a Van Gogh show, and everyone in there they were mass murderers or whatever. But the chief therapist made a very good point to me, and he said, the thing you have to remember about all of these people is that they are ordinary men and women who have just once done something extraordinary that has meant that they have crossed a line that other people do not cross. And so he said, there are great tennis players here, great cooks, great this, but they all have one thing in common. They've done this thing. And that's what evil people are like. They love people, they have feelings, but they do this other thing. That's what makes them interesting.
Wow. I hope I get to talk to you about that again another day, because that's fascinating. Hugh, over to you. Everyone has this guiding force. Cirilla is at the center of what's driving everyone, no matter what their goal is. By focusing from this perspective, can the ultimate goal be good for the most people, or is the interest still entirely self-serving? Is there a good for a lot of people from this perspective, or is it only about the hands of a few?
Oh, is that on the continent as a whole,
or for Radovid?
Yes, for the whole everyone.
Is there an eventuality where everyone can
win?
Oh
my God,
that's a good question. Now I'm thinking about that in real life. Like, is there a way we can all win?
It's so funny, you know, because you go so tunnel vision when you read the script, like what they were saying about or people being capable of anything and good and bad. You have to go, or I do anyway. I go so sort of streamlined on the character. I don't.
That's a good question.
We're going to leave that as a cliffhanger because you're resting me.
So many different wants and desires that I almost feel that.
Because this might be good. This might be good for all of us. You never know, because they can get annoying on the other side of the street too. Okay, thank you guys for your time. They're wrapping me. Graham, I'm going to talk to you again one day for sure. Guys, thank you.
Thank you for the wash and go. You look gorgeous.
Period. So do you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.